knew. The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned. The men are recovering well from the attack, but they don't understand the danger they're in. My mother warned me never to make an enemy of a witch. Corvo, here to settle our debt. You understand, I won't make this easy for you. What is it?
Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below. Begging your pardon, Daud, but I don't think it's safe to leave these overseers holed up in the refinery.
It's a new game now. They know where to find us. We just have to make them afraid to.
Thomas finished his scouting run. When you've talked to him, I'll give you the latest word from inside the prison.
They say he let Rothwild live. Is Dowd getting soft?
Rothwild's not coming back anytime soon. You should spend more time thinking about your form. Corvo's out there, Dowd. It's a matter of time before he shows up here.
He's got the Lord Regent's army to chew through first.
Taking prisoners is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about.
You don't have to remind me. It's Billy's doing that the Overseers found us. That wasn't Dowd.
Dowd should have caught it. And now witches? He's not the man he was.
Quiet. You're going to get us killed.
This will hold while we're away. Anything short of cannon fire.
Let's hope it won't come to that.
I've made a mess of the access ways, but it had to be done. If I come back, I'll take it all down.
We'll be back. And then you can burn those Overseer drapes while you're at it.
I found Lizzie Stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Coldridge. We can use this. We'll get her out. And Stride will have to pay back the favor. We'll have our transport.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
Delilah doesn't leave Brigmore Manor anymore. She doesn't have to. Which means I have to come to her. The manor's upriver, far out past the quarantine line. I'll need a ship. I've lived in Dunwall's underworld a long time. I know the players, gang leaders, madams, corrupt officials. But what I need is a smuggler who knows the river, someone I can trust. It's a reflection of Dunwall, or perhaps myself. That after all these years, the best choice I have is Lizzie Stride. And Lizzie Stride is in jail.
Dowd. Lizzie Stride is in there, but we don't know where they're holding her. They're playing Overseer music from the loudspeakers. We couldn't get in.
Why the music?
One of their prisoners. A spy caught at Dunwall Tower. The guards have sent for Overseers to investigate.
I'll be back with Lizzie Stride. Stay hidden.
gate still hasn't been repaired.
Who needs a gate? If anyone tries to escape now, they'll be vaporized.
They don't hesitate to kill their own.
National crisis, and I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take aim. Fire! I'll flush you out.
I know you're somewhere around here. Why did you save me?
I'm looking for Elizabeth Stride, prisoner. A gang leader out of Draper's Ward.
The whole place heard her come in. She's in cell C-28. It's on the very top level. You can check the logbook in the guard station, between sections C and D.
Also, wolves in Section B are under quarantine until further notice. Prisoners who have been transferred from Section B will be observed for signs of infection.
Chose a bad day to sleep in. Moore's lost his nerve in the sewer gates. Neither of them knew anything. They died to satisfy the Lord Regent's office. Officer Thorpe. Thorpe slipped him the key. Everyone knows that. He got weak. They paid him off, but he couldn't tell us who it was. And believe me, he wanted to by the end.
You've seen Corvo train, haven't you? Once he had the key, there was no stopping him. And the way he went off that bridge, how do you stop a man who'll make a jump like that? Like he doesn't care.
More than human.
You think he's
This controls all the cell doors.
in right? Good. Doesn't look like much, does she? Comfortable? All right, we'll get this done. Let's start with how you got into Dunwall Tower in the first place. Was it one of the servants that let you in? One of the guards?
Hey, don't you owe me a drink? You're...
No, stupid goddamn.
Interrogation room until representative from the Abbey is certified it is free of any heretical corruption.
Smell you from here.
Check the log. We've been moving people around to make room for the politicals.
This never happened under the Empress.
Someone come here and sell us. And it wasn't easy with the Empress around. She'd hold inspections with the Royal Protector trailing after her.
I wish we'd taken care of him. He knows our faces. He could come back any time.
Lizzie's tried. She's in rough shape. I'll have to carry her out.
If I keep moving, I can take the rest one-on-one. It'll be bloody, but it's doable.
You're not thinking. If a fight even starts, you'd be finished. When that alarm goes, your odds are just about zero. Me, I just keep quiet.
Sokolov radio interdiction device, or ARC pylon, is for use only by personnel trained in proper imprinting procedure.
You'd have to be Corvo, in other words.
All prison personnel will stay clear of the interrogation room until the representative from the Abbey has certified it is free of any heretical corruption.
Nothing after all.
She's beaten, but not dead. See that her wounds get attention.
It will be done.
All quiet, sir. Ready to go.
Let's go. Dunwall is changing fast. 6 months ago, Draper's Ward was where Dunwall's rich and well-born strolled and shopped and tried to be seen. The plague burned through it in days. Today it's a battleground where two street gangs fight over the spoils. The Hatters and Lizzie's gang, the Dead Eels. Lizzie Stride was the boss until Edgar Wakefield betrayed her and took her place. And the riverboat. It's the kind of thing that happens every day in Dunwall. I don't judge him. I've done worse myself. But I need that boat. Edgar Wakefield and I have business.
The textile mill used to run off a water wheel before the canal went dry. It started up again recently, and whatever the Hatters did to get it working has enraged the Dead Eels. They're fighting in the streets.
Draper's Ward ain't yours! We got here first!
Bring out the gift!
We've been here 8 years! We ain't leaving!
When's your old man coming out to fight?
We've been making something for you, little eels!
What's the matter? Too much knitting to do?
Crawl back to the river! You ain't a real gang! You're just a bunch of mudlarks!
Come on and fight! Or are you too busy making dresses?
Somebody get over here!
Choke on
I'll
this!
stick you!
Choke on your own blood!
Let's see what's inside!
Come on, let's get this guy! Come on, let's see what you got!
what happens when you tango with a dead.
What?
Someone wants to get kicked in the car. What?
Huh? Take orders from Trimble now, is that it? A nurse? You gonna teat on him?
Hey! Now and forever!
Cut you up like a slaughterhouse whale.
Somebody, give me a hand! River mud tonight. Cry for more. That settles that.
What? Huh?
Who are you? Are you with her?
With her?
Delilah. Are you with her? No, but you don't have any roses.
What can you tell me about Delilah?
I used to make clothing for the Caldwins, you see. I adored them, especially young, precocious Emily. She was such a delight. Did you ever meet the Empress? She was so special. And I was able to count her among my friends. I had a lock of hair from young Emily, a keepsake given to me by the family when my hands grew too stiff and clumsy to work the needle. I have treasured it so.
And Delilah?
She visited me here. Such a surprise to see her, all grown up, so serious. Did you know she was once a playmate of Jessamine's? Before she was Empress, when they were both little. I thought it was a cordial visit at first, but it turned frightening.
What happened?
She made things come out of the shadows, long and grasping. I can still feel the cold on my neck. I sound mad, don't I? Perhaps I am. She questioned me and left me propped in the corner like a bolt of cloth. I couldn't move for 3 nights while she made the horrid markings you see now. Then she stole my only keepsake, my lock of hair from dear, sweet Emily. Ah, Emily, where are you? Damn that Corvo, and damn Delilah. She was such a sweet girl.
Dies.
All these rats crawling all over.
he's not as fun as Lizzie. Lizzie enjoyed it more.
Yeah, even Lizzie never drowned victims in a sack. You'd still see him squirming for air.
Yeah. How's he gonna top that?
Edgar Wakefield is on board the Undine. He's put all of the eels on alert since Lizzie's rumored to have escaped from Coldridge. He's expecting her. You will undoubtedly be a surprise to him.
Got anything to smoke or eat? Sitting next to the river. Or now at least. Just waiting to be taken.
All those prancing nobles.
Wakefield sealed himself in the cargo hold of the Undine. Smuggling ships like this one often have a hatch underneath for dumping contraband if they get caught. Perhaps the Undine is no different.
You ever see a man set on fire? What does he do?
You ever get that creepy feeling of being watched? I've had that a bunch lately.
Funny you ask that. I had this feeling.
There's the boat.
I looked up on the roof.
Wakefield's probably keeping himself below decks. Whatever I do to him, it will be a mercy compared to what Lizzie has in mind.
Stare. Then she was...
Gone. In a wink. Yeah. The same thing.
Should we tell the others about it?
Shut up!
No. The others might think we're seeing things. First sign of the plague, from what I hear.
Dowd, this is the second time now. I see something, or someone, out of the corner of my eye. But when I turn, they're gone. Someone is watching us.
Lizzie's boat is smaller than I remember.
Think this would work.
Time to signal Lizzie.
Picked up anything good?
Blow off, Chopper.
Lizzie's stride is is assuming control of the dead eels now. She's ordered them to give you safe passage.
Your friend Edgar Wakefield set me up to be taken by the City Watch, and you followed him. Took his orders. But you know what? I forgive you. All of you. I'm filled with love. But the following people each owe me a finger. Logan, Douglas, Bang Bang, Ferris, Pigface, the Bakers, and Annabelle.
Shit.
2 from you, Annabelle. Have a good night. That piece of garbage, Edgar. I'm still living with his incompetence. He let the Hatters cripple the Undine.
Ship seems fine to me.
They took the engine coil. We're dead in the water.
What is it? Can we make a new one?
They don't make them anymore, not for an engine like the Undine's. We'll have to get it back.
The geezer still leads the Hatter gang, right? I'll pay him a visit.
It won't be that easy. There's a snag.
Always is. What's this one?
The geezer's about 100 years old by now. He's got it rigged so that if he dies, the whole place gets gassed. So they're real careful around him. Got him a nurse and everything. Maybe you can cut a deal for that engine coil. Turn on the charm. One of the Hatters gave me their door password in exchange for keeping the rest of his fingers. It's whalebone. I never got to use it on account of the gas. And being in jail.
Just be ready to move when I get back.
What'd I see Dowd do then?
Just because he can do strange things doesn't mean there's an invisible man watching us. I'll ask him how he does it.
Are you crazy? Don't you dare. Weepers are still themselves. Do they even know what's happening to them?
I hope not. Never thought of that. What if they're asking for help?
And everyone's running away or throwing rocks. I'd rather be dead.
Quiet in the city. Almost like it used to be.
I heard he wasn't cheap. Let me... Get caught out when the dead eels come across the canal? No thanks. Every man for himself. Hatter pride. I ain't touched.
Nice.
Hatters are using the textile machines to make shrouds for the plague dead.
Now we know why they took the engine coil.
The man who runs the Hatters is more cunning than he looks. He can flood this place with a toxic gas. In time, it'll eat through our air filters. You may have to make a deal.
Who just went through here? The Empress did. She had Corvo Otano with her. They weren't wearing no clothes.
Keep your hat on. I was just asking.
Just because you're in charge of the gate, it don't mean the rest of us are idiots.
Yeah? Well, since you... It ought to be real easy to see. Go check it.
What's this business then? Is anyone there? What the? I know something's up. If someone's messing with me, I know something's up. Someone's messing with me.
I told her to keep the children inside. I told her. What will I do now?
Wakefield's miscalculated badly. I predicted this would happen, of course. A man like Wakefield knows which end of a knife is for stabbing. Not much else. What's that? Oh, stop complaining, old man. I'm giving you a legacy. What were the Hatters before I arrived? I'll tell you. A shadow of their former selves. The butt of numerous jokes, in fact. Why did the Hatter piss in his own hat? What did the Hatter do with his last bullet? And so on. The answers aren't worth repeating. Leadership. That's what was missing. What with the embarrassing defeat at the hands of the Bottle Street Boys of all things. There now. You mustn't become agitated. You'll inflame your arteries, which will only cause you unneeded agony. I can ease the pain, but only if you promise to behave yourself. No? Ah, that reminds me. I must see Jerome about getting more Oxrush. I'm fresh out.
My name's Daud. I'm looking for Lizzie Stride's missing engine coil. I'm giving you a chance to make a deal.
Yes, sir. Very reasonable offer. Geezer here says you're in luck. We only need that engine coil because someone shut off the flow that turns our water wheel. I sent men into the sewers to restore the flow, and not one of them came back. But what stopped them won't be a problem for the famous Daud, will it? When the water flows, I'll give you the engine coil. Here's the key to the sewer entrance, and it's a pleasure to do business with you, Mr. Daud. The Hatters will behave themselves, as long as you keep your end of the bargain, Daud.
This guy never knew the guy. Well, he's still down there.
and I fell down here. I hurt my leg.
Nice.
I hear things. Rats and worse. Weepers, I think. I can... Here? Hello? You're not a weeper. I think I can walk if you'll just help me up.
Are you alright?
Oh, sir, thank you for finding me. It's been awful. There are such terrible things down here. But nothing as terrible as I. She's afraid of us. When the change comes, she'll only... Want the weaker sisters nearby.
That makes no sense. Our power flows from Delilah. Without her, we'd be reduced to dancing under the moon and parlor trips. You must be right.
Why else would she put us here, right in his path? I wish he'd hurry up and come already. Hidden, my dear.
Sisters,
over here.
I'll read.
see your men again.
Caesar says a deal's a deal. The code is 873.
So be it. No fighting. Wonder how long that'll last.
Oh, just let him show his face. See what I do then.
Don't make me take that away from you.
You are an endless source of adventure, Dowd. Please, for the honors, Dowd. Fire up the engine from the bridge. Get us underway.
The Brigmores were an ancient family, bankrupted a generation ago. Since then, the manor has housed 2 street gangs, a smuggling ring, innumerable rats, and the Brigmore witches. I'd always left them alone, but now a painter named Delilah had taken up witchcraft and formed a coven. She was trying something. A ritual. But what kind? The outsider knows. I cannot abide a mystery.
I scouted, sir. They've locked the front, and I've seen evidence of snares. Also, maybe it's nothing, but I spotted several statues of the woman Delilah. I don't know what it means, but I thought it was worth mentioning.
It means trouble. Anything else?
They're getting in and out of the house somehow, but I haven't spotted it. Sorry, sir. Best I can do.
Good enough. I'll take it from here.
Everything is in order, sir. Strange doings, sir. I killed a hound in the yard, and it got straight back up and went for me. I had to crush its skull, to be sure.
Settled in yet? Will she last, I wonder?
Oh, yes, my dear. Oh, yes. Don't think I'm on your side, because I'm not. If you raise a hand to any of my sisters but Delilah, you'll answer to me.
Understood. What have you got?
When her ritual's done, Emily Caldwin's mind will be gone, and Delilah will look out through her eyes the rest of her life.
And Delilah will rule as Empress.
That's up to you. I've got my money. That's all I need.
Wait, what about a way in?
Use the crypt. There's a lever that opens one of the tombs. The lever is kept in the shed. That's all I can tell you.
Without thinking of what we found here. So tragic.
So mawkish, more like. Why do you obsess about that?
Hiding? Such fun. I grow sick of this assassin. The other sisters speak of him with a tiny shudder of awe in their voices, like stupid girls. Don't worry, love. The hounds will warn us, or the statues, and then we'll descend on him like a murder of crows, and we'll pick his bones clean.
thought the flooded district was run down.
Is the new sister settled in yet? Will she last, I wonder? Oh yes, my dear. Oh yes.
Strangers among us. Take it! Your blood will make a fine soup. Wherever you are. What? Come, little toad. You're going to suffer when I... Where are you? Nice. Come out! Now! I'll have your eyes!
Someone should be here. I'll watch for our enemies.
No, don't make me eat anymore. I can't. Brother Marcus, I denounce the Abbey. Wandering.
What happened to you?
I denounce the oracles. The oracles. They saw. The Caldwell girl is the key. The girl in the painting.
Where's Delilah?
Sisters, over here! I will put your teeth on a silk thread! Down, my love! Bleed for us! You're going to suffer when I find you. Come out! Now! I'll have your arm! As you think. Come out, dear. It's no use.
Glad I found it. Is the painting of the void sealed?
Yes. I put the lantern back in Our Lady's studio. It'll be ready when she calls.
But I don't think Delilah will return this way. When she calls us, it will be to Dunwall Tower.
Probably true.
Evie, may I confess something to you? Promise not to tell the others.
Of course. You can always confide in me.
When I was in the studio, I painted the mark on my hand, just to see. It was foolish, I know, but I couldn't help myself.
Never be ashamed of your ambition. It's why she chose you.
Thank you. Your words are always exactly what I need, Evie. If only my birth sisters had been more like you.
Well, if they had, they'd still be alive, wouldn't they?
You have many talents, Daud, and they've served you. Delilah's talents are quite different. She creates images, but she does more. She captures spirit. She insinuates her will into her subject, whatever it is. We're witnessing her masterpiece, and perhaps yours as well. I gave you Delilah's name, and you followed it to this moment. You see now what hangs in the balance. Emily's life, Delilah's ambition, an empire in the act of crumbling. In your long life, I've rarely seen you act with such consummate grace. I give my marks sparingly, and I don't play favorites, but I will watch this with unusual attention.
The void. Time to see what you've really got, Delilah.
Emily Kaldwin, daughter of Jessamine Kaldwin, heir to the Empire of the Isles. I call out to you from the void. I call you with ochre from Morley, carmine beetle shells, zirconin lazurite, viridian bile. The tones of your flesh I tempered with Pandician chalk. The same loom that spun the fabric of your dresses made this canvas. I made my brushes from the hairs of your own scalp. Emily, you cannot ignore me. My power is too deep, my reach too long. Brush touches paint. Brush touches canvas. Brush touches void. And now I see you, Emily Kaldwin. I breathe your breath. I can feel what you do. Bright mornings in the pub. I feel the cold night air of the ruin where you sleep. And the stink of the river. Image strikes the eye touches the mind touches the void. Feel your love for Corvo Atana and your lost mother, for your caretaker Callista. I feel your fear in the night, your hunger to learn, to become someone important. My hunger too, my fear. You are becoming mine.
I'm running
We are
out of
nearly
time.
finished. Are you afraid of me, Дауда? Stupid. How nervous of me. No one else was even close to fighting. Stupid Delilah. How could you lose him? Are you hoping to stab me in the back? Pathetic.
Are all this narcissist?
Where could you be hiding? Little sniper. You won't stop.
Some kind of hope.
No! You can't do this! She took my life.
Paint flows, blood flows, life goes, out with the old, in with the new. You've lived in these bones long enough.
I'll find you! I will not be beaten! Curse you all! I will not!
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy, made my living as a killer, one of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the Empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes. For you. I asked for my life. When I killed your empress and took her daughter, something broke inside me. Now I want nothing but to leave this city and fade from the memory of those who reside here. I've had enough killing. So my life is in your hands. Make your choice.
You make an eloquent plea for a man with innocent blood on his hands. It's a shame Corvo doesn't know the real story, isn't it? How in these last days you passed through Coldridge Prison like a shadow, dared the tangles of Dunwall's underworld, and walked out unscathed, outwitted one of the greatest witches in a generation, all with consummate care and skill. How you saved Emily Caldwin, daughter of the Empress, first of her name, and no one will ever know. But how does it end for Dowd, the hired killer, the murderer, the savior of the Empire? It's up to Corvo now.